Billionaires that lost all their wealth. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, welcome and consider subscribing to our channel and hit the notification bell below. Money, money, money. Have you ever imagined a most famous billionaire could lose their money? You will never guess that. Can you imagine life with luxury cars, brand new houses, and private jets crashing down? But the reality is such can happen. Who knows? The future is not predictable even for a famous billionaire. The economic outlook is affected. Only some of the world's wealthiest have been secure from financial woes. It can be another reason too. We can see roundabout that with simple paychecks, one doesn't stay rich. Some billionaires are or were forced to case for bankruptcy in their lives. Many of these served in jail because of money laundering and severe debts. Let's find out. Quinn Sean. Let's look at Quinn Sean first. Quinn Sean had humble beginnings in his business and was very passionate about his future. He owned a small gravel business and generally moved into construction insurance, starting with cement manufacturing in the hospitality field. His net worth reported in 2008 was $6 billion. He is originated from Ireland and considered the wealthiest man in Ireland. Even though Sean owned 30 of this bank, the financial crash collapsed the system in 2008, just in 2 years. It also severely affected Sean Quinn's insurance company, and he lost billions of dollars, leading to bankruptcy in 2011. Anyway, with the all crisis, his net worth was converted into minus $3 billion. Now he is working in a regular 9-to-5 job. Pretty weird change, right? Life is that much unpredictable. The man who owned billions of money today can be the poorest person in the world in a minute. Sadly, he is no longer among Bloomberg's list of the world's billionaires. This is how he ends his story. Alan Stanford. We can look at one-time billionaire Alan Stanford. He is an American Antiguan financial fraudster, former financier, and sponsor of professional sports. Standard stock market return doubled in the 1980s. He has taken the opportunity and made considerable money in real estate. He found his bank a few years later. The major weakness of Alan was his love for spending money unconditionally. He is out of control in spending money and has given away $20 million in a cricket tournament, buying private jets, purchasing mansions, yachts, and so on. As time passed, he was arrested, and his company was considered a Ponzi scheme. Alan ran the business from the island of Antigua, which knighted him in 2006 and then stripped him of knighthood in 2010 after he was arrested. Nearly 18,000 former clients have yet to see their money returned. One main thing is the breakdown of the influence and investments, and his downfall hit employment badly for the clients and the Antigua nation. His fortune of $2 billion, and he had to repay $7 billion, converting his net worth into minus $5 billion. Finally, he was punished with 110 years in prison, but sadly, most of his investors never got their money back. Sam Bankman-Fried. Look at cryptocurrency billionaire who ended up penniless and in prison. He is Sam Bankman-Fried and was the world's youngest billionaire a few weeks ago. This man created a cryptocurrency exchange known as FTX, the world's second largest and fastest growing crypto exchange. Can you ever imagine that his $16 billion fortune of him evaporated outwardly overnight? Even though he was considered a genius, this was a scam. The exchange named Binance was the FTX's biggest competition. The fear created by a few tweets about FTX has directed them to take their money out at once. But FTX didn't make it. The customers realized Sam had misused over 4 billion user funds and spent $21 million on Super Bowl commercials. He was worth $27 billion at one point, but his net worth is down to $100,000 now. It generally creates the meaning that his net worth has reached zero. He was arrested in the Bahamas and faces up to 105 years in jail if imprisoned. Sometimes life is so rude to your future, even your past is a comfy roses of bed. Bernie Madoff. The following person is Bernie Madoff. He is known as the man who stole $65 billion. Madoff owned the largest Ponzi scheme in history. He was the former chairman of the National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotations of the stock market. Collects money from investors claiming that investing the money. But the reality is he is keeping the money in a bank account by telling the investors that they are getting a return of 20%. This 20% is double the standard stock market in the related time. Because of this percentage, the business was grown up. The invested $65 billion was the worth he gained from his massive Ponzi scheme, and he never invested any of the money, $65 billion. Bernie was arrested, he had to lose his $17 billion fortune. He was sentenced to 150 years in prison and died from natural causes. Dakwa Dakwon. The South Korean cryptocurrency billionaire Dakwa Dakwon can be found on the list. Unfortunately, he was recognized as a billionaire until the summer of 2022, commonly known as Dukwon. He was co-founder and CEO of Singapore-based Terraform Labs and founded the cryptocurrencies Terra and Luna. But the crash in May 2022 has reasons to wipe out $40 billion of his money. But the worst case is that $40 billion belong to people who invested. Due to this situation, South Korea has placed an arrest warrant for Dakwa Dakwon. Lately, South Korea confirmed that he was hiding in Serbia. Life is not always fair. What a tragedy. Elizabeth Holmes. It's time to find out about another billionaire that lost all their wealth. Elizabeth Holmes, an American former biotechnology entrepreneur, lost her money. This lady was called as the next Steve Jobs, and she is the founder of the company name, Theranos, after dropping out of Stanford University. It is a company related to medical diagnostic practices and soon became one of the fastest growing companies in the world by 2014. Her business has gained nearly $400 million of investments. She was named the world's youngest self-made woman billionaire in 2014, with a personal net worth of $4.5 billion. Light of serious questions related to her company's business practices in 2015 has dramatically affected her 50% stake in the company. Anyway, Theranos was shut down for jurd in 2018. Elizabeth was charged with massive fraud in November of 2022 and condemned to more than 11 years in prison. Seeing how some billionaires lost all of their money overnight is miraculous. Some have dropped to zero. Surprisingly, many of these billionaires have bounced back. But most billionaires are still in debt or broke. The way they have built an empire and the way it collapsed in front of their eye in a single night is so disappointing. Though the money makes their territory, they are not supposed to protect it. They have just focused on the money without a long-term vision. What is your true opinion? Just comment below. Remember to comment on your ideas or suggestions for my following videos too. If you are still not subscribing to me, click once on the subscribe button. Like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching. See you in the following video.